Hello everyone, Nicholas Cajun is here, and today we're going to be trying Creeper Crunch. This is a cereal made by Minecraft, and it's only become available recently. I bought this from the Acme near my house. Now, in first observation of the packaging, we can see obviously it's modeled after a creeper, which is the name of the cereal. Now, if we look at the picture here, you can see it seems like there are essentially three types of cereal in here. There's creeper bit marshmallows, and there's two different colors of those. There's the lime green and the forest green. And then they have the standard kind of less flavorful green whatever cereal. And it also seems that this is cinnamon flavored, which should be interesting. So I've gone ahead and I've poured myself a bowl of this cereal. And if we look inside, the ratio of marshmallow to cinnamon square is very different. There are very few marshmallows compared to the cinnamon squares. I think that they probably did this to save money, as the marshmallows are most likely more expensive to produce. So for this meal, I'm just using whole milk, just simple whole milk from the Lucerne brand. So we're just gonna put in some milk. Now, in terms of the odor of the cereal, it has a very cinnamony smell. I can definitely smell the cinnamon. The marshmallows, from what I can tell, I don't smell them. Now, the consistency of the cereal, it seems like it all holds together under the milk. You can see it doesn't instantly make all the squares soggy. They still have their form, which is a good trait in a cereal. So we're going to take the first bite, make sure we have a couple of marshmallows, and pretty good balance between them. Apologies, my computer ran out of storage, but let's take another bite and get a more accurate analysis. First thing I noticed, that spoonful was particularly full of the cinnamon squares rather than the creeper bit marshmallows. Now, this wasn't necessarily a bad thing, as the cinnamon squares on their own are pretty enjoyable. But let's try and take a bite with primarily a focus on the creeper bit marshmallows. No, I would say that the creeper bit marshmallows are simply delectable. While the cinnamon squares on their own are not bad, creeper bit marshmallows are very good. They have consistency of, I don't even know what you would call it. It's almost like a candy. But it's very good. It's probably not super healthy, but hopefully the cinnamon squares balance this. Overall, the cinnamon squares, it appears what happens is, as they've been sitting in the milk for a while, the cinnamon starts to come off of the squares. This gives each of the squares, the ones that have started to dissolve, a blander taste, but in theory, if you ate it fast enough, you would not be dealing with this issue. The cereal continues to taste good. Has been sitting here for a few minutes, so cinnamon is starting to dissolve, but there are enough marshmallow chunks to balance out the blandness of the now cinnamonless squares. Now, I think what would be smart is to make a comparison between a forest green creeper bit marshmallow and a lime green creeper bit marshmallow. So I'm going to start with the forest green. Just a slight amount of milk, as you can see. Forest green is good. I think it started to dissolve in the milk, but good consistency. A little softer than it was in the beginning. Still pretty good. In terms of flavor, I really could only describe it as a cross between a candy and a marshmallow. There's no flavor of lime or something like that. It's really just marshmallow, like you would find in many sugar cereals. Now we're going to try the lime green and see if there's any differences. Now, in terms of flavor, they're essentially identical. I really can't tell the difference between them, besides their color. And in terms of consistency and such, besides the colors, there really wasn't much of a difference either. So, yeah. Very good. As the cereal sits longer and longer, cinnamon squares slowly start to expand, lose their cinnamon and flavor. And even to some degree the marshmallows, while they still retain their sugar and their flavor, it's starting to weaken and their form is starting to expand and soften. Very good. But while cinnamon squares have been starting to lose their cinnamon, it's not true for all of them. As you can see, this one, that one, that one, they still have some of their cinnamon there. It really just depends what was on the bottom, what was on the top, how long it was sitting in the milk, etc. As I'm finishing, the only way I could best my apologies. Anyway, as I'm reaching the end of this bowl of cereal, I am feeling a sense of regret. Part of me wishes I had poured more of the cereal into the bowl, possibly put less milk in, but I do feel satisfied at the same time. Now, one thing I do with cereals like this, with a unbalanced amount of cereal, so you can see like maybe something like 1 creeper bit marshmallow to every 5 cinnamon squares. I always save 1 marshmallow for the end to eat with the final handful of cinnamon squares, or that's in this case. But I think that what this does is it makes me not feel like I missed out, or like I get the full experience at the end as well as the beginning. Now, normally I would drink the milk, but I would waste enough of your time. My overall review of this cereal, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think overall flavor, very good. Quality, the actual quality of the individual pieces is why I would knock it down 2.5 points. So the issue with the cinnamon squares is they very quickly, in a matter of less than 5 minutes, the cinnamon would just dissolve out of the squares. And this is essentially, without the cinnamon on there, these squares have almost no taste. And it kind of, and you really need, at that point, the creeper bit marshmallows to balance out the cinnamon, the lack of taste in the cinnamon squares. But still, I think when it was fresh, when I had just poured it, it tasted pretty good. In terms of packaging, I think the packaging accurately represents what it is, creeper crunch, and they weren't trying to lie about the ratio of marshmallows to cinnamon squares either, which I liked. Some cereal boxes will make it look like the whole thing's full of marshmallows, and there's maybe 40 in the whole bag. But this one is pretty much to scale. So overall, 7.5 out of 10. I think Minecraft and Kellogg's had a good collaboration project here, and I hope to see more in the future. Now make sure y'all subscribe to Nicholas Gagemas. If anyone else has tried this cereal, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought. Very curious, Yeah. Thanks, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Are you all my personal dreams? Everything you know is in your mind.
Ooh.